before we get into the business, this is fucking the Doctor Strange episode. Before we get into that fucking fun, better movie fun, we gotta go over some bullshit with y'all. If you want to follow us on Approved for All Audiences on Instagram or on Twitter at Approved for All, that's where we have our polls, pretty much our updates on what we're doing.
Yep.
If you want to see if we're going to do a new movie or if we're going to do an old movie, today we're doing a newbie. A newbie, groovy movie.
And we know a lot about Marvel today.
One of us does more than the other one.
All right.
We're being real radio right now.
Hey.
If you have like a song or maybe you made some fucking terrible art of us that you would like us to see, go ahead and send that to approvedforaudiences@gmail.com. We can't stress enough, though. The polls are fun.
Polls are really fun.
And you should be a part of them on the Instagram or the Twitter. Yep. You should do that.
Yeah, please vote.
It's fun. It's fun to see the thing that we think is going to win lose.
Yeah, and it gives us validation personally.
Yeah, totally. This one we didn't do a poll on because it's a noober. It's a noober mover.
This one's for the fans.
Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us a sub. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get to 100. We want to change the URL from my last name to like something that has to do with the podcast. That'd be cool. Please give us a sub. You don't gotta hit the bell. It'd be cool if you hit the bell. If you like what we do, hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Listen, you movie muffs. Fucking like our shit.
Oh my god. I am Tim Bentine. We have the monster from down under, the from under, the sweet baby cheese, the baby bell, Coven Wax, Max Relax, Chase Newport. To my left.
What's up? I haven't been constipated in a few months, and I'm glad to fucking be here.
Pretty good.
Guys, yeah, in terms of the YouTube, we would appreciate the subs. We're
I think we're 60 something.
We're about
70. I don't know. I haven't looked in a minute.
Yeah, we're about 60 something. The Twitter podcast world. If any of you guys tune in, it'd be cool if you guys could sub, and we'll do the same back. And we appreciate it. You know, we're not huge fans either, Tim or I, in the like massive self promotion it takes to.
We're not good at it
to pump out a show, but I see week in and week out this delicious T-bone steak coming in, putting the work in, and it deserves to be able to quit our jobs. So
we would like to do that.
The support would just be fucking dope.
Thanks to Rainier Beer, and then what do you got there? Shablagoo Cola.
This is a frame, and what that means in Arabic is beer. So L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Also, the subbing would be cool if you're new here because we're doing a Marvel movie, so people are going to inherently watch it.
Yeah.
This is not always approved for all audiences.
You know.
Sometimes we curse and sometimes we talk about boofing.
Did you ever see Happy Tree Friends?
Yes, actually, I did.
It's like that. It looks innocent and everyone can watch it, but some people are going to get pissed at things I specifically say out loud.
For any of our recurring fans, first off, thank you
thanks.
Shit ton.
Muchas appreciate.
We appreciate you guys, the existing 60-some subs.
Thank the Mega Muffs out there.
Dude, that's actually one of our Patreon tiers is the Muffs and the Mega Muffs.
Yeah. And we've been kicking around the old Patreonus.
And if you watch for free, you're just a mini Muff, but you're still Muff.
Yeah. Mini Muffs are still folks.
Yeah, we talked about doing a Patreon where I eat an entire pizza folded up like a taco. So
would you like to see that?
Because I'll fucking...
Would you?
If you sub to our channel, I
feel like I'm being very aggressive today.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to see it?
It feels better doing it this way than being on like Instagram and Twitter being like, oh, we're fucking content. Join it.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all great. It's all gravy. Everyone loves gravy.
Hey, you got any shouty outs?
For this week, who do we got? My wife's been putting in work again. This is a twofer. She's been fucking holding down the fort, mowing the lawn, taming the mane. She mowed the lawn? Yeah. She didn't. I was giving her extra credit. I mowed the lawn.
Okay. Right.
She did get a fucking shout out to my father-in-law, Michael Evans. Or Michael Edwards. Dude, in my phone book, they're like next to each other, and I get so scared. I'm going to hit my father-in-law and just text him some outlandish shit.
Dude, I have to.
Michael Edwards, though, gave me a fucking awesome Milwaukee Weed Whacker.
Hell
shout out to you.
Weed Whacker.
I don't think he listens, but if you do, there's your shout, buddy.
Hey, you better tune in. maybe I could just shout out the bees today. Ben.
Yeah.
All pretty good.
Eric Redmond, how you doing today?
Hey.
Daddy-o.
Eric Hines, are you still in Viet Cong?
Yikes. My dog chews on a Viet Cong. All right.
The Kong toy.
Yep, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of
Give
shout
him a
outs.
peanut Hummer. Okay.
I think he'll be the one giving.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
How's that beer tasting today?
Pretty, just too good. It's Sunday, and I got stuff to do tomorrow, and that's unfortunate. Yeah.
I don't remember how to transition properly.
What'd you have for breakfast, dude? That should be a shirt. What'd you have for breakfast, dude?
Beer?
You drank this morning?
No.
When's the last time you did that?
Like, how morning are we talking?
Like, I'm talking wake up, let's go.
Oh, boy. Not probably since, like, the Molly days.
Yeah. Well, fuck. I have a story I'll tell you later. I can't tell it on here.
Do you have any stories you can tell on here?
Do you want me to start with the? I'd rather you start, and I'll position in.
Well, since we're talking about alcohol abuse,
yeah,
yeah, dude, I was thinking. I don't remember how this came up the other day, but we were chatting, and there's a time in my life when we were recently 21, and a lot of people still lived around here, or
so it was about 10 years ago.
yeah, just about 10 years ago. Yeah, really close to 10 years ago. Fuck.
Math.
And I lived out, well, it doesn't matter where I lived, because if you don't know, you don't know. But I lived 2 towns over from a bar that historically did a thing called $2 Tuesdays. Now, if you don't know what $2 Tuesdays is.
Well, that bar's not around anymore.
No.
Go ahead and shout it.
Yeah, well.
Ice House.
Ice House is now like a like drug recovery center.
Actually, hilarious. It is a drug recovery center.
Yeah, and the hotel behind it is also.
Yeah, dude. It's called like the Iron Horse or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like motorcycle involvee. You did drugs, live here now.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Halfway house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sober living.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? A friend of ours, who shall remain nameless, before it was a halfway house, it was a seedy fucking hotel. And actually, this particular bar, another friend, I don't think he'd mind me shouting his name, Duke and I were at this particular event, $2 Tuesdays, and we got fucking ham slammed. We were like, let's just get a fucking room. That'd be fun, and it's a great story, and we won't get arrested. And they wouldn't give us a room.
Because you were inebriated?
Yeah. It was like, can we get a room? And they were like, no. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, no. And mind you, we're talking through like bars. Like there was like jailhouse bars like over the window.
Wasn't that like their whole business model? Is letting like drunk people
is like
sleep
banging
there?
whores. Yeah, dude.
Whores.
Yeah, sorry, I watched Always Sunny earlier.
Whores Light, little Philadelphia there.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts.
$2 Tuesdays got wild at this bar.
Wild. Big bar too.
Big bar. Dude, there's even more stories than the story I'm about to tell. Like, dude,
this is a good one though. This is a hitter.
The first iPhone I had would flash a bright light when
You're not gonna go into detail with this one, are you?
It sounds like I'm getting there.
All right.
So my phone, the back of it would flash this really bright light when I would get a call. It was like the iPhone 4 or some shit. I don't remember. And I'm in the bathroom and I go there. You know, I went to this place all the time, and one of my buddies calls me.
Usually on Tuesdays,
because we all had no responsibility, so we could just get fucked up on Tuesdays. Or you did have responsibilities,
I think
but
I did have responsibilities.
Yeah, it just didn't matter enough.
We threw caution to the wind.
So, dude, this fucking... I get a call, I'm in the bathroom, so my phone starts flashing, and I'm like waiting to use a urinal. And the guy who's currently using the urinal is like, are you taking fucking pictures of my cock, bro? Are you taking fucking pictures of my cock? And I think he's joking, like I'm hammered, I don't fucking know. And I'm just like, what? Next thing I know, I look up and he's just fucking flying at me with fists and shit, and we wrestle around. I push him off me, and we kind of bust out of the door. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And like he gets taken out, like the shit gets busted up. I'm not in trouble or anything, and like he gets told to leave or whatever. And I sit back down, and like this all had just happened, and so like I have this like welt forming, I guess, on like my forehead. I didn't know, and my co-host Tim is like, oh, dude, that looks like that fucking sucked. Or what did you say? I got so mad at you.
You did. Can I set the scene a little bit?
Please.
So I was in the point in my life where I always hated pictures. Like I hated them a lot.
Yeah.
And
you wanted it. Okay.
I wanted to like. I'm gonna say this isn't a right thing to do, but I wanted to like remember stuff, which sounds like dumb to say, especially in the scenario we were in. But I wanted to like have some sort of keepsake, and I didn't realize like how pissed you were, really.
Yeah.
Because you got to imagine, we're talking $2 anything. So
Rebel Vodkas?
dude, I literally would get 7 drinks and put them in front of me, so I wouldn't have to get up again. There's $14 of Red Bull vodkas in front of me. It's fucking nuts. So Chase comes back with this like
Forgot about that.
amazing story that I don't see that he's shaken by, really. I know he's pissed.
This was the space of a minute, by the way.
Yeah. Like 0 time.
Rapid.
It's the walk from the table we're at to the bathroom and back.
Yeah.
And the amount of time he pissed, which is who knows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude. And he had like a little baby shiner. I'm like, can I get a picture? And he was like, what the fuck? Like, no? Like, why? Go ahead and tell your side. And
So-
I immediately felt shame. And I was like, oh yeah, that's... I don't know why I felt like I needed to take pictures of things, but we were in the age of like Instagram and Facebook popping off, and I was like, I don't have any, like, I don't know. I don't want to divulge too much, but I didn't, at that time, Tim was pretty sad, and I wanted to remember stuff that was happy, but that was not a happy time for you. So that was wrong on my part.
The problem is that it all had just happened. Like I didn't even realize I had just developed.
He was
like
flustered,
fucking,
folks.
A little fucking knot on the top of my forehead.
Yeah.
Like I had just got punched 6 times really quickly and didn't know what was happening. And like literally, we tumbled out of the fucking bathroom. I like got him off me, and like we fell out of the bathroom, and he got taken outside instantly. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I was not. Hey everyone, I was not taking pictures of his cock. It's just a phone call. It's just a fucking phone call.
Would have been a lot cooler if you did.
And so like the surprise of it all falls off, and then I'm at that point probably 3 Red Bull vodkas, 4 rum and cokes, and 6 beers deep, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I start kind of getting pissed off, and I sit down, and everyone's just kind of like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? And Tim's like, seems like he was having a good time with it, and he's like, dude, look at your face, let me get a picture. And I'm like, fuck you, what the no. So
not my proudest moment.
Well, I probably should have reacted like that, but like I had just adrenaline all of a sudden kicked in.
Yeah,
I was all of a sudden crabby, and like my first thought is like, oh, my fucking number 1 ride or die wants to get a fucking photo of this. Fuck yeah, dude.
Not my proudest moment.
It is what it is.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, one time I was picking up a buddy from a nightclub, and I used to be like really into wearing suits. Not even suits.
Good looking guy.
Like ties mostly, and suspenders. Hopefully you can't hear this plane sound because it's fucking insane.
That's a whole era of Tim, by the way. Suspenders and ties.
Tinder time, which never panned out once. not even one time.
Not even one.
Not even one time. So I was picking up my buddy, and he was like, hey, can I drink in the car? I'm like, dude, I don't even have a license. Like, of course you can. Like, what are you talking about? But I'm like, if we get pulled over, those are your beers, right? And he's like, yeah, I take fucking full legal, dude. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And I'm not going to say his name, but his dad's a lawyer. And he's like, dude, if I take full legal, that means like it's my responsibility if we get pulled over.
If I'm drinking beer in the car and I claim full legal.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, like, whatever. Like, I wasn't like uncomfortable with it, but like it's also about 1:30 in the morning. I have a car that I recently had like crashed into a tree. So like it looks bad.
How bad does it look?
Not good.
Okay.
If I have a picture of the car, I will post it here in post. Sorry, Brittany. Yes, it's the Blue Bomber that she graciously gave to me.
That's his sister.
Yeah.
For the listener.
Yeah, for the listener. So fucking, I pick up my boy. Well, I should backpedal a little bit. I park the car, party a little bit, and then I pick up my boy. And I accidentally go down a one-way the wrong way.
Are you in Portland?
Yeah, downtown Portland. This was
a lot of ways.
The Whiskey Bar.
Oh shit!
If you're a product of like 2007,
you've been there.
Yeah, you've been there probably. Yeah. So I go down the wrong way, the one way, the wrong way, That's a pop boy band there. Wrong direction. And I get the whoop whoops, and I pull into like an AM PM.
Fuck.
And yeah, it's two cops. It's like a fat fucking short guy and like a tall skinny guy.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, what the fuck was that? I'm like, dude, I honestly didn't know. And they like check my ID. Like, well, so you're not from here? I'm like, no, dude, I like legitimately didn't know. I was just like, do you see that over there?
Right.
That guy's fucked up. He's like, yeah, I see 6 fucking beer cans on the floor. I'm like, yeah, but not me. Not me. He takes full legal.
He takes full
And he's
legal.
like, what does full legal mean? It means those are his beers and they're not my beers. Like, yeah, that's not a thing. Is this your car? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, buddy, you got a driver's license? And I was like, about that. I have an ID with my picture. He's like, well, give it to me. And he's like, so insurance? I'm probably not. I'm like, nah, dude. No, I don't. So he goes and he punches the 1s and 2s in the Crown Vic, and he comes back, and his fat boy is around the other side. And he's like, let's fucking, what are we doing? And he's like,
take it easy.
And he's like, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go that way, and you do whatever you got to do. And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, that's all I'm going to say. Here's your ID. I would suggest you throw the beer cans on the floor away, and we're going to go. And I'm like, wait. So, like, he's like, no. We're done talking. Like, I'm going that way, and you go whichever way you need to go. And I'm like, okay. All right. And like in Oregon, like I'm a Washington resident. In Oregon, if you don't have insurance, they can impound your car. Like it's done.
And you didn't.
And they didn't.
And
they didn't throw me in jail. But they did give me a no insurance ticket.
Okay. Well,
which was $800.
Worth it.
And by the time I paid it, it was about $2,000.
Still worth it?
So I'm so heebie-jeebed that like I didn't take the right exit like off of 205 to like go home. I don't know, how did it work?
Can I ask 2 really quick in the middle of the story questions?
Yeah.
At this point, first up, how fucked up are you when this is all happening?
I mean, a lot of uppers, so it's really hard to tell. Like,
so were you like fully in the bag, half in the bag?
I'm trying to remember. Like, this was a while ago now.
Okay, well, regardless of how messed up you were or weren't, was the full legal guy like awake during the whole situation? Was he going off with the cops? Was he just asleep?
No, he was pretty docile. And you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So he was pretty in the bag.
Just taking it easy.
Shout out, buddy I'm talking to. Love you.
Hey, thank you. We'll get that something to you soon. Okay, so good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes. Yeah, because if you remember you back then, friend, if you weren't docile, this could have gone another way.
And you did claim full legal.
You did claim full legal.
Which is to me the funniest part of this whole thing.
Well, his dad is also like in the county we lived in at the time, like a pretty powerful lawyer. So in the back of my head, I'm like, is that a fucking thing? Is that something
I would
you can do?
I'm gonna try it.
Also, pretty persuasive kid. So I was like, fuck it. And I'm also thinking like, probably not gonna happen.
We've talked about this before though, where you're pretty aware that you're about to get in big fucking trouble.
And it's big.
Did that?
Yeah. No, we both looked at each other.
We're fucked.
We both looked at each other and we're like, so we're going to jail tonight.
Yeah.
And then once we both came to that conclusion, it was just like, okay, whatever. This car was a gift and it's already fucked.
Right.
So like, if it's gone, it's gone, I guess. I worked at a fast food joint. My credit score was in the dick. I was like 22. Like, well, it's a story, and I guess it is because I'm telling it right now.
The full legal aspect.
Full legal. That's
hilarious.
a T-shirt. Full legal.
Full legal. So, but you make it back okay?
No. I take a wrong turn and we go to Gresham.
If you don't know where Gresham is the Tijuana of Portland.
Kinda, yeah. It's pretty shitty, and we both are just so like hyphy. They're like, "Oh, dude, we're on 84. We're not supposed to be on 84."
Fuck.
And then, I mean, I got a grip of stories with this kid.
Oh, for sure. I think a lot of people that party back there, had some good stories.
Good time.
Some of the best steaks I've ever had.
high stakes?
No, actual stakes at his place. But
oh yeah.
I will probably. I think maybe I have one more Ice House story that maybe I'm gonna save.
Yeah.
Because
that was the best and worst. But yeah, that was about a $2,000 ticket after all said and done.
Better than jail.
Yeah. I don't know. At the time, I would have rather done like a week and not paid any money.
Yeah, true.
I think that's how the law works. Though.
I don't fully know.
No. I think you go to jail and you pay the money.
Well, I wonder how much it would have been if nobody claimed full legal.
Well, that's Dr. Drew.
Full legal.
Yeah. But no, what I'm getting at is here, I swear to Christ, the tie and suspenders saved my life. And I had decorum. Like, I wasn't an asshole. And I'm El Blanco. Didn't harm nothing. But if I had, like, a fucking a poncho and a beanie on, I don't think this would have gone down the same way.
Yeah. Good-looking white guy with full legal.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah. So drinking and driving is very fun, but don't do it. I don't do it anymore neither.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's fun.
Well, on private property.
If you... Hey.
Anyway, you want to get
that?
There's some nifty thrifts there,
So
Bogo?
badly, I do.
All right. What did we say this one up against?
This one up against Bring It On back in the day.
Yeah, so this isn't for the collection, but I've been looking for it for a bit because not top 10 favorite comedies, but probably top 20. I like this movie a lot.
Is it even a comedy?
Depending how you look at it.
Kind of like a wannabe drama.
Yeah. Nick Cannon's drumline. I almost said Nick Cage.
Can you get a little closer? Is that making too blurry?
Why is everything backwards? What the fuck?
For the listener,
Oh wait,
I'm
at the wrong camera. That's why.
For the listener, we're just trying to find.
This is bad.
We're just trying to show
Anyway,
the drumline.
Drumline, pretty cool. Full screen dish. If you haven't seen this movie, you should. It is hilarious. Probably not on purpose, but it's great. Actually, kind of got me into drumming. I used to do a little bit of. Well, yeah, you know, Jason and I were in Po9. If you're a long-time listener, long-time subscribe. Yeah, that got me into percussion pretty hard, pretty fun.
Percussion.
Yeah,
you were a drummer, Tim.
There's another story in there, but I don't want to go too long.
You were a good drummer for never
for not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. Sure,
I can't figure the feet thing out.
Yeah, Drumline's great. Drumline's a really fun time. If you have an opportunity to see it, if you subscribe to the BET app, it's probably on there. All right.
Yeah.
You got a little dorsal fin.
What? I'm out of breath. Listener doesn't know what's happening. I'm going to shut up.
Slime.
Go ahead.
Anyway, Drumline's good. It's not for the collection, but I've been looking for it for fun for even before we started doing this.
Yeah.
So I found it, and I was pretty excited about it.
Good job.
Because it's one of those ones. I can't imagine it had a very big release. Even on DVD, I don't think it's that popular.
You know, interestingly enough, I've probably seen that about 4 times.
In your life?
Yeah.
Oh,
way more?
This was a biggie for me. When I think last episode we were talking about the MVP at Hollywood Video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This was another one that was in rotation pretty heavy.
For sure.
I was trying to think. Brittany, call in, my sister. I think that was like kind of expensive. Now I'm thinking about it, but at the time it seemed cheap. I think it was like $20 a month
to have the subscription service.
Yeah. So you would get like at any point in time, no late fees, 3 rentals at a time. But I think it was $20.
But no late fees.
But no late fees.
So what was the length
of time?
A week you could have the movie.
No, you just have it.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems dangerous.
Well, that's at the point in time, too, when Blockbuster was dying, and they were like, remember the commercial? Maybe I could put it in the corner if I'm smart enough. No more late fees. Like, you're dumb. Like, that's your whole business is late fees. What are you doing?
It's going to be an interesting, we lived in such a fun fucking, time frame of things changing, phones,
internet,
movies, the internet,
fucking nuts.
Pornography got really
What
good.
is that?
Pornography is where 2 adults on film make whoopee.
Goldberger?
Well, if you don't know what whoopee is when two adults do magic.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know what magic is, it's when one guy puts his penis in another woman's asshole. Cut that.
Ow! That was supposed to be crickets, but that didn't happen. Oh, man.
My fault.
That's cool. You're at fault.
Thank you.
Yep.
I claim full legal.
Full legal. Yeah.
We should probably start talking about some movie news.
Yeah, we should probably get into the news here. Are you ready for a specific white guy that can't do white guy stuff no more?
We'll do it live.
Yes.
Fuck it. Oh. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
That's what he says. All right, Chester Rico, you want to hit him up with that first one?
Yes. I don't have a release date yet, but this was just announced recently that they are in the works for Godzilla vs. Kong 2. If you have seen
2?
They just did one last year.
Oh.
And I was super surprised when I saw the date on the 2021, because that feels like 3 years ago when that shit came out. I watched it. It was pretty fun. If you want to see like a kaiju movie,
a kaiju movie? All right.
Cut that.
Yeah.
Kaiju. It's the Japanese word for what monster movies.
Monster movie.
Okay. So it was pretty fun. The first one, I guess. Like if you want to watch it.
Is it like? Sorry, Godzilla 2000?
Drink. No. Not entirely. Sort of.
Matthew Broderick killed a guy.
Yeah, but that guy didn't claim full legal. I'll stop with the full legal jokes.
Shirts are coming soon.
It's a monster movie. The visuals have gotten pretty fucking fun. Did you I'm guessing you didn't see the newest one then.
No.
If you want to watch like a monster film with two big Godzillas and Donkey Kongs fighting each other, then it's gonna be pretty fun. I think the second one, they kind of made the first one where Kong was like fighting for the people and Godzilla was like trying to take over. I don't know. It's cool. I don't mind a big midsummer blockbuster like this. It's not the very top of my list, but I'm not surprised they're doing a second one. What I was surprised to find out about is that the last one came out in 2021, which is a year ago. That feels like a very long time ago since that came out. Tim, any interest in seeing the second one if you haven't seen the first?
I mean, Godzilla to me is always going to be like a bad American dub Chinese or Japanese? Or is it Chinese?
Japanese.
Okay, excuse me. Sorry. It's gonna be a bad model monster movie with bad dubbing.
Sure.
Forever, for always. Yeah.
Well,
unless someone is like, this thing is fucking amazing, and I hear it like for trues, like, nah, I don't. It doesn't tickle my sphincter.
I could help you with that. So, have you seen any of the predecessors to this? Like this,
I saw Godzilla 2000. I think Bryan Cranston's in that one.
Okay, well, Godzilla 2000 is from the year 2000 without Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston's in the new remake ones. That's not a remake. It's the new Godzilla movies that are like within the last 5 years.
Okay.
It's just
two
two different things.
I'm thinking Matthew Broderick. I just said that.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like, did you see like Kong Skull Island? Any of those?
No.
Okay. Yeah. If you're,
are you talking King Kong or Godzilla? Sorry.
Both. Like they both.
We saw King Kong at the Liberty in like 2004. Jack Black.
Yes, that's before it changed into like the shared universe thingy.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of them going out there, but I just want to clarify it for the viewer.
For the listener.
The newer ones have been okay. Like the visuals have gotten pretty cool to where it's like, oh, this is fun.
Is there like a solid story, or is it just like, hey, we got this thing and that thing, and we live here, and they're trying to not make us live here?
I think the Bryan Cranston Godzilla's had like a pretty serviceable story.
What is
of like?
I think I said Bryan Cranston because I think I saw a headline, but I was thinking Broderick.
Yeah, okay.
Brian Broderick.
Well, I thought you were thinking that Bryan Cranston was in
no.
2000
I meant Broderick.
Mike, those are two different, but yeah.
They are. But does he have a sizable role in that? Is he like a scientist or some bullshit?
Exactly. In the first one he does, yeah. He's not with us any longer in that in the universe.
Oh. Spoilers!
Well, I don't know which Godzilla you think we're thinking of, so I didn't know what to say.
I don't care. I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah. To the people out there that like that kind of stuff, a summertime monster movie can be fun.
Sure.
check it out if you want to check it out.
Is it pretty fun? Like the ones you've seen?
Yeah,
Like,
they're not great.
Would you watch it tomorrow?
If it was like on FX and I was just like had nothing.
Oh, you're scrolling?
Yeah.
Scrolling and picking are two so separate things. You know what I mean?
Oh, well said. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I would just pick this right
I
away.
almost missed cable for like that reason.
Yeah, FX will throw on some.
It's got the movies.
It's got the. Oh shit. Like I said, the visuals have gotten so good lately that like aesthetically it's pretty pleasing to watch. But yeah, it's not the first thing.
You pronounce that way better than me.
Aesthetically,
Yeah,
it's a good word.
You got all the letters. I'm gonna jerk off to that later on my headphones. What do we got next?
I think it's your turn,
here?
buddy.
Oh shit! White men can't jump. I mean, we joke about being old. We're not that old, but this particular film makes me feel pretty goddamn old.
Why?
I'm gonna have to look at my notes because I don't even remember this fucking guy's name.
Jack Harlow.
Yeah, he's a rapper, and we're not even talking about GIFs.
No, that's a boo.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, where is Boo?
No, don't worry about it.
We'll do Boner.
Um,
Close enough.
Jack Harlow is like real popular lately. I don't listen to any of his music. I don't.
Hypertension again.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Do we need to cut?
No, we're fine.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Jack Harlow. I literally learned about him like a day ago because I saw him like courtside at a basketball game and it was something. I was like, I don't know who that guy is. And then he's going to play Billy, who was Woody Harrelson's character in White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
And I guess this is going to be a shot-for-shot fucking remake of the OG from... I should have jotted down the source I took that from, but they say, it's direct source material.
I wonder why they feel the need to
I don't know.
redo it instead of... I mean, couldn't you have gone back in time and made this like a... I don't know, took a different angle on it. I kind of feel like remake?
We're over the shot for like Jumanji. We did that, and
that's not a shot.
That's what I'm saying. They took the name and did something totally different with it,
and succeeded.
And it was fucking fun.
Yeah,
and I feel like that didn't kill that franchise, like the new franchise anyway, because like you don't want to see somebody shit on Robbie Wills. Fucking yeah. You don't want to do that. I had another one in mind, and I can't remember what it was. Do you know who Cinqua Wills is? Cinqua Walls?
I'm not familiar with him.
That's the other gent to our left. That's going to be Sid, who originally was fucking Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
What did I say he did? He was in something. He was in Friday Night Lights.
Was he the Blade guy?
Scene of American Life of a Teenager. Wesley Snipes was the Blade guy.
Oh, you're talking about
the gentleman on the left here. And he was in a movie called Power. I've never seen literally any of those, but he's got credentials, I suppose. I haven't seen any of them. I don't know. It sounds like he's got a little bit more credentials than fucking Jack Harlow. What's his name? Harlow?
Jack Harlow. Well, maybe that's what you're talking about a little bit, but with feeling older, is that these are probably some two younger, these are very popular culture guys. That
someone that's 10 years younger than me is probably excited to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't know who they are. The director is Calmatic? Well, that took me too long to read.
Calmatic,
I believe his name is.
Cool.
He did the Lil Nas X music video.
Oh wow.
The one with Billy Ray. I forget, what's it called? Old Town Road.
Yeah.
And that's kind of his only credits.
Really?
Kinda.
Wow.
I think he's done other things, but that's probably his biggest credit. But he's mostly in the music video world.
Okay.
Not to shit on him. I mean,
did they give a time frame for this on when we can expect it?
No, I don't have one.
Yeah.
So whatever. I think it's a bad idea, personally.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm not, and it has nothing to do with the two guys. It's just more
21 Jump Street is what I was thinking. They redid that beautifully. Yeah.
Beautifully.
Super fun. If they did that, and if they did this movie in the same realm as that, like almost like taking the original White Man Can't Jump, and then there was like a subsidiary, like 21 Jump Street was like a police unit, which it was in the fucking movie.
Right.
But like if they took that as a heist unit and they used that as a blueprint for them to do a basketball I'm being real. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
I
If
have
they
a
used them
hunch-
as a blueprint and they like gave them a nod and not just did a direct fucking rip of the same goddamn thing, I think it would be more fun. But who am I? I don't know.
Well, and yeah. I got to be honest. I wouldn't really care too much about a White Man Can't Jump sort of like remake, even if it wasn't shot for shot. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't check it out, but like it's
Oh, it's
definitely
an at-homer.
It's a for sure at
It's
homer.
it's 1,000%.
I'll tell you right now, this is a 0 on the Boomer scale without even fucking watching.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the OG is a 0% on the Boomer scale.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
Yeah. What else you got on the news there, partner?
Well, have you seen Tremors?
Fuck, years and years and years ago.
Have you seen Joe Dirt?
Years and years and years ago.
Well, this is a couple weeks late now, but I feel like we need to pay a little tribute to Fred Ward.
Oh, Fred.
Yeah, one for the fallen soldier. He's gone. He's left the earth. He did, I believe, Tremors 1 and 2 and Joe Dirt, and he's done. I think I have another note here. He's done a bunch of different stuff. He's one of the guys you see,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, that fucking guy. He's fun.
Recognize him. Who's the co-star in Tremors? Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon he's the co-star to Kevin Bacon, right?
Right,
They're like
right.
partners.
Yeah, gotcha.
He was the Angry Dad in Road Trip.
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama, also kind of the naysaying dad
Sure.
to Reese Witherspoon. Anyway, yeah, he's been great. And no cause of death. That's not really what we're talking about. Why the guy died. We're
Right.
celebrating why he was alive,
Right.
and it's just too bad.
Right.
Again, a couple weeks late, but I don't know. He's one of those guys I saw as a kid, and I was like, I know that guy, and he's always just been a good time. So I just wanted to pay a little tip of the cap. Fred Ward.
Yeah, this is the AFAA little moratorium
Yeah,
segment.
it's a
So,
little sad. That guy was in a bunch of flicks I saw as a young lad, and I'll never see him in one again.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yep. Well, he did good on this earth, and we appreciate him for his efforts. So, any other movie news?
I think that's it there, Chesterique.
Well, did the ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are they ready to talk about the newest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Across universes, across all universes, and none at the same time. We're talking about Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness.
This is the second one?
Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. Let me, yes, it is the second one.
Good to know.
I'm going to drop a quick synopsis and I'm going to get really into
get in
where
there, baby.
you know about this. So, this thing just came out 2 weeks ago. This stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Elizabeth Olsen, among several others.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. The synopsis is Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens a portal to the multiverse. However, a threat emerges that may be too big for his team to handle. This was directed by Sam Raimi. This is, one of the high 20s entries into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This thing's coming in at a 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb and a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. Tim and I just caught this weekend at a beautiful, fun, cool fucking movie theater. Tim, peep that shirt. That is the St. John's McMiniman's Pub in St. John's, Portland. Beautiful old building.
It's a real cool place.
Cool vibe.
$5 matinee on a Sunday.
$5
Fucking great.
matinee.
Full service bar, food,
Eat and drink.
pissers close. They got tables. It's
Seats
fucking
are
awesome.
great.
Oh, dude, fat recliners. They're great. It's great. It's a great spot.
It's a good fucking time. I asked the guy, I do this thing now where I ask people at theaters if they have any movie posters that I can take because I'm a professional movie reviewer now, and they should know that, but they don't. And I was like, hey, do you guys have any movie posters that I can take? And he's like, well, the other guy just took some. I'm like, fuck, there's another fucking guy.
Yeah, it's me.
And he's like, he's like, well, I have a Chinese premiere Harry Potter poster. I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't even pick up on it. How big again did he say? I keep getting that wrong.
Well, he was saying that like it's for a bus stop. So I imagined like it's massive, like a billboard. But then he brought out like a little cylinder, and I was like, oh, so we're talking like a bench.
Well, it could be real rolled up. I mean, it's hard to say.
Yeah, but it doesn't look very.
It wasn't very
It's
heavy.
smaller than I was thinking, but the way he was portraying it made it seem very, very large. It probably is large poster-wise, but I was expecting like something fucking massive.
It was bigger than what I was thinking because in my head I had just asked for like a little fucking movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like curious how they came upon the like Chinese. I'll open it and we'll take a picture on here or something. But
that's a good idea.
Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. Let's get into some of. Did we show the movie poster?
No.
Let's peep that thing.
We do that right meow.
This Tim and I were looking to do a new movie-ish, and
we know that's what you want. We're trying to do it. It's just hard.
We talked about going and reviewing, which I've seen already, the Nick Cage movie.
I thought you were talking about Jay Park.
Oh, well, you want to let them know what we thought about that?
Do you want me to talk about it?
Go for it.
So, movie muffs. Chase came to me and was like, hey, we should do a new movie. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what's playing locally. And we came to the Nick Cage movie, which Chase has already seen. But I didn't really want to put him through that again. Even though he said he was fine with it. You don't want to watch something twice in the theater, really. I get that. And then it was Jurassic Park, and I feel like there was one other one. I forget what it was now. Oh, I think it was this.
The Northman, or this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we settled on Jurassic Park. So we tried to see the movie Friday or Saturday, and Thursday Chase calls me and he's like, hey, Jurassic Park doesn't come out till the middle of June. And I'm like, wait, I looked up Cinema 10 showtimes, and he's like, I think that was TBA, dog. It's like, oh, okay. Well, you go ahead and you pick one. And we came to the consensus that a lot of you probably want to see what we have to say about Doctor Strange, because I'm not a superhero guy, and it'd be kind of fun to see what because how many Marvel movies would you say you've seen?
All of them.
Literally all of them?
Oh, yeah.
I have seen, well, how do you quantify this? Are we talking from like Iron Man up? Are we talking from, okay.
Yeah, that's literally Iron Man 1.
Are we talking, is that the,
that's the start of this cinematic
the MCU or whatever? Yeah.
MCU, exactly.
Okay, look at me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Let me just jump in real quick.
Yeah,
because
please.
Tim was like, I don't know that much about it. And I was like, yeah, I mean, you're going to miss some stuff. And he was like, you know, we thought I went to go buy tickets for Jurassic Park, and it was like, this movie's not out yet, stupid. And I was like, huh, okay. And I wanted to see this because I had heard that this was more like, it wasn't like a really stereotypical Marvel movie. And not that I have to cater to Tim's needs every time, but I was like, I don't think he's going to go in and see the newest Avenger and be like, oh yeah, that was fucking great. Like, whatever, that's perfectly fine. I was under the impression that this Sam Raimi version was going to be...
If it's raining, sorry, it is pissing, if you can hear it, sorry.
That this was going to be like a horror, more twisty, which I will say, comparatively to the shit I've seen recently, 100% it was. But Tim, when we were finally deciding on it, was like, you know, am I going to need to know that much shit? And I was like, you know, you're going to miss a little bit of fan service, but at the end of the day, this is like superheroes doing superhero shit. And boy, howdy, was I fucking wrong. Instantly, the first scene, I'm like, Tim has no fucking idea what they're talking about.
No.
Also, spoiler tag in case this is fairly new.
Oh yeah, we should let you know. We are gonna probably shit all over this. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to, now's your time to click about 15 minutes ahead.
So here's where I'm at with the opening of the movie. Is I had just told my co-host and my good friend Tim that whatever, it's gonna be a superhero movie. You don't need to know that much. The very first scene, I realized as someone who's seen all these, they're talking about the snap.
Nothing.
They're talking about when Thanos erased half the planet with the snap.
They did talk about Thanos and some jewels, and just because I'm on the internet, I'm like, I know about the jeweled arm finger guy. Yeah, sure.
So I'm instantly like, oh fuck, he does not know what's going on. Mind you, that there was an entire season of WandaVision that is super fucking important to this thing. I didn't really know that was going to be so super important, and instantly, the first time we see them, it's immediately about the shit that happened in Westview. Now, I know what happened in Westview. I was there. Great time. I'm sitting there with my buddy Tim, and actually for the first half hour of the movie, it was like stressing me out. I'm like, Tim doesn't know what the fuck he's watching. Now I feel like a dick for making him fucking come to this.
But granted, $5.
And also
that you paid for.
Right. The point also was that like it might be fun to get a fresh, haven't been there in a while take on the MCU.
Let me stop you right there.
Sure.
If you don't know anything about anything, you're not gonna know what the fuck's going on.
At one point, he leans over to me because, well, I'll get into the opening a little bit. I'm not going to tell everything, but the fucking Ben Wong, who plays the Sorcerer Supreme.
Why are we in China?
Goes, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, Marvel Wizard, don't worry about it. Not that important.
Voldemort?
and Tim goes, this might as well be a fucking foreign film. And I'm like, God.
That was about 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little later.
Early, it was still probably foreign.
I was like, why are they serving China? Every movie services China.
Well, if you're coming in late to the MCU and don't know a lot of the shit, like
I couldn't be more late.
The Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange are like, who the fuck are these people?
I'll tell you this. If you're watching this just as a fan of what we do and you don't know what's going on, the hand gestures in this movie really rubbed me the wrong way.
Sure.
On the poster, I believe he's doing a shitty hand gesture. Yeah. Like, okay. Yeah. Fucking, but what you did bump me onto, I was trying to take notes for if you stick around long enough for trivia, it's gonna be a doozy on my end because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I was taking some notes, and Chase bumped me, and he's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Oh shit, that's fucking Bruce Campbell." I'm like, "Oh, sick. Why? Huh?" And like when I think Sam Raimi anymore, I think the first 3 Spider-Mans.
Yeah. And
mind you, this is a full service bar theater. So I had like a really good time going out into the bar. Like, hey man, you need a refill? I'm like, yeah, like how's the movie? I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And they like get a giggle out of it. And I'm like, have you seen it? Do you know movies? Like, we work at a theater. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what'd you think? And the big guy that was like serving us was like, I know it. I don't care for it. I'm like, okay, so I'm not dumb. He's like, well, I just think you don't know it. But as a guy that knows stuff, I don't care for it. I'm like, cool. That you're not helping, really. So if you don't know, and I forgot, Sam Raimi did the Evil Dead series, which becomes prevalent in this because you see Bruce Campbell as we talked about, and it gets a little like if you don't pick up on that, and I didn't actually because I think I just already mentioned when I think Sam Raimi, I think Spider-Man 1, 2, and then that fucking piece of shit number 3. Yeah, I think those, and I kind of forget Evil Dead, and I love Evil Dead, but they're so not even the same guy to me.
Right.
But since there's a nod to Bruce, it gets like, oh, that's what we're doing now? Like it's real goof burgers and yeah, it's like it's pretty wonky. And if you don't get that nod, you might not like this, even if you're a fan of the Marvel thing.
So I agree. And I think like I was talking to Tim earlier and it was like this is the least Marvel movie, in my opinion, that they've done so far. As someone who's seen all of them, this definitely has different tidbits and different flavors, which also was probably a service to Tim's viewing experience.
Yeah, like, we just were talking about that. Like, if I was to see one, and I haven't really seen any of... Well, I mean, I've seen Iron Man 1 and 2.
There's like 29 of these things.
Yeah, I've seen maybe 6, and I feel like that's high.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to see a new one, this was the one, and it was still confusing. I feel like they need to fucking like read between the lines, like a little. Like it works for them though, I guess, because like you're satisfying the customer that's seen all of your shit.
They don't need to cater to
they
your
don't.
viewer
They don't have
anymore.
to.
They've proven that doesn't matter anymore.
Well, it's crazy that you even brought up that you have to watch like a 20-hour fucking Disney Plus show to even get the majority of the fucking storyline.
So we're driving home and it comes up about the WandaVision series on Disney Plus, and Tim's like, you have to know about a whole nother fucking series? And I'm like, yeah, I did. If I would have known it was this WandaVision heavy,
I had a feeling
like it was that important, I probably would have, like, when he was like, do I need to know that much? And I was kind of like, yeah, but not really. But yeah, to be honest, you do. You really do. I mean, I still think you could go in and enjoy this movie, but you're missing so much context.
I enjoyed parts of it.
Context. The whole things with the kids is just like, to him, he's like, what the fuck?
Honestly, though, those are some of my favorite scenes, and some of the most like take it back home cinematic parts that I liked the most. Like that's as like a regular moviegoer, like I understood like a home dynamic. And then I understood that was a person that like were they the same fucking person? I literally don't even fucking know. The supervillain and then the at-home mom were somehow fucking tied, and the kids were like, "Don't touch my fucking mom." And they did like a cool like parallel fucking thing, and they cut that like neat. So like me as the guy that doesn't fucking know anything knows something is like, okay, they're connected, and the kids are fucking pissed. Yeah. And some of those shots were some of my favorite shots. Some of the shots that are like so fucking green screeny, let's fucking fall through 18,000 universes. Then like, and I understood that we're falling through 18,000 universes, but I don't fucking, that's not for me.
Right. I will say the scene where she first goes to, excuse me,
Wakanda.
We maybe won't do character pictures on this one. People know who this is if they're watching. That's gonna.
Yeah. I forget how far into this we already are.
We're like,
my drinking and driving story was pretty intense.
We're 8 minutes out of an hour, so
yeah.
Okay, so
we could do this.
Flash them up real quick, and we don't need to talk that much because they've been Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, America Chavez, Rachel McAdams, love her.
She's great.
I will say the scene that Tim's talking about when they first show Wanda in the other universe with the kids. Credit to them then, because like there's the whole context of that entire situation is dependent on that WandaVision story. So the fact that they're able to at least like to pick up a little bit on like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. And that was the most interesting part of the story to me, honestly, because it's the only thing that I like. I don't know superheroes, but I understand a family dynamic. So even like not knowing like what the fuck this is, that kind of like made it more normal to me, even though that's probably the biggest part of the story that I didn't understand. I honestly don't know what the true plot of this movie was. I know we're supposed to like protect America Chavez, where the fuck her name is.
Yeah, you're right.
But then there's a pretty big part to where like it's the most important part to protect her, and like a shield around her goes away, and then we're not protecting her, and I'm like, wait, huh? And then the whole theater, which is like honestly 6 fucking people. If this was Rocky and Clubber Lang got brought back in, I get it, dude. I'm stoked. But I don't want to give you too many spoilers. I don't even know what a fucking spoiler is with this movie. I don't even know.
Sure.
There's some people you're probably going to enjoy seeing, and I don't understand why you are.
That's really... Yeah. He had to take a piss at one point in the movie, and I told him, I was like, wait a second, I think you're going to want to be there for this part, because I knew that the Illuminati was coming up, and I knew he
Again, we're using words that are words to me, but there's something different to you.
Right. Well,
the Illuminati is like, well, let's wear horse hats and dance around fucking Hillary Clinton. That's not Fantastic Four. What the fuck? What? Those are 2 different things. Are we pissing on kids, or are we going through multiverses? I don't get it.
That's a tough act to follow. Okay. So, right.
Right.
Boy, fuck. Okay.
That's what they're doing.
I want to talk about a little bit about like, and obviously Tim's going in without any fucking context to this. So
literally, guys, literally 0.
So with that said, then I think this is a really good opportunity for you to talk about like without the stuff you didn't know versus the stuff that maybe you did know or whatever. Like, what did you think about the movie maybe in a box, in a vacuum, without obviously you didn't know about the other stuff?
So we can just take it one step at a time. Opening scene, we're fighting something I don't know about. And I think that
the big octopus?
No. That's like that's later.
Oh my God, I know where you go. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know if I am going there.
No, I think you are.
It's like Doctor Strange fighting like Wanda.
Yeah. In the dream thing.
I think that's like the Wicked Witch of the West, kind of. And I'm like, okay, so I don't like her. All right. And then he wakes up. And correct me if I'm wrong. After that, he's like, I have a hole in my cape. I'm like, okay, hole in your cape is going to be big. That's going to be something to look out for. It's not.
Okay. Well, the opening scene is a dream, basically.
Yeah.
And well, it's funny because it starts off with this massive.
It's fun fight scene.
Well,
but
Doctor Strange is fighting this thing. There's another girl in there who we don't know yet, and I just instantly I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But I'm like, I know that we don't know who that is yet, so I think this is probably not what it seems like. And Tim's like, motherfucker, he starts writing his stuff down, and then it pans to Doctor Strange waking up, and Tim being like, God damn it! Pulls his phone back out.
I deleted
like,
everything I just wrote.
In my head, I was like, I bet you were just like, I don't know what we're really jumping off just like this, and at the start of the whole thing.
I forget. I wish I should have made different notes. Because it'd be fun to look back on what I wrote right now, thinking what I thought then. This would have been a fun introspective piece. This is how we should have done it.
Well, I'm trying right now. I'm actually trying to like find a way to review this and view it within its like in a box without thinking of all the other shit.
Oh, if you don't know, don't see it. Seriously.
Yeah.
If you don't know, it's not for you. Like really.
I think also one thing I mentioned to you during the film was that, like, can you imagine all the little kids being brought to this?
Yeah,
and there
yeah.
was like 4 or 5 at one point, like 4 in a row of the most brutal Marvel killings I've ever fucking seen.
You know better than me.
Black Bolt blows his brains out. She turns fucking. Okay, so this is the part where I told Tim to wait a second, and then he ended up having to go pee. Came back right as they're announcing the Illuminati. If you don't know, the Illuminati is a different universe's Marvel version. Basically, not the Avengers, but like a council to take care of shit. It's Richard Reed, who was played as. That's why I was wanting him to wait, because it's John Krasinski shows up as fucking
Fantastic Four or something.
Richard Reed, Mr. Fantastic, whatever the fuck is this, Mr. Stretchy guy. And there's the Captain Marvel version out there. There's the.
I read that was supposed to be Daniel Craig.
Who was the Richard Reed?
Yeah.
Really?
But he had COVID, so he couldn't do it.
No shit.
I read that. Don't know if it's true.
John Krasinski for having 5
means
minutes.
Nothing to me.
Well, okay.
You could be excited. Be excited. The having John Krasinski means more to me, kind of, because I don't want to see 007 as fantastic. Like what?
Yeah.
That's more confusing to me.
Well, and I also don't want the viewer to be construed that like I was super thrilled with this thing, but I thought it would be like enjoyable to a point of like, okay, we've entered a different multiverse. Now all of a sudden there's John Krasinski, someone we all know. Fantastic Four is a thing. And then probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole thing was fucking Patrick Stewart makes an appearance. Spoiler, so don't listen now that I just told you.
We told him not to do it. Yeah.
He rolls out in the yellow fucking chair and the 90s.
Is it always a yellow chair?
No.
Okay.
No, like back when they were doing that shit in the 2000s. Well, I don't remember. It wasn't like the
I thought yellow was a weird. Is that like a thing he does?
That was
in
like
yellow?
the X-Men color. It was that bright yellow and blue.
Oh, it didn't feel X-Men. It felt like shitty golf cart to me. But I don't know. But I don't know.
Interesting. See that, but that's a good take, because what they're doing with that chair is that back.
Well, I saw a couple of the X-Men flicks like in what 2000.
Yeah.
What the fuck ever.
Yeah, and that's a whole different. That's where this shit's
I thought
getting,
blue, not yellow.
Well, the thing is that in like the original cartoon, which they do the fucking. If you ever watch Saturday morning cartoons, the little fucking jingle they play that like subtly as he's coming out on his chair. And I was like, oh my God. And so I knew about John Krasinski. I knew about, I spoiled a little bit to myself knowing about the Illuminati, but I didn't know about fucking Professor X. And so he comes out in the bright yellow chair, which is like in the cartoon. Oh, spider. That's a daddy long leg. That's fine, right?
That's fine.
Okay. It's a fucking big one, though.
Don't forget we're in a garage. They're all around you, boy.
No, we're in our movie studio.
Yeah.
So that song comes on. You see his chair coming out. It's just fun because that's the theme from like I remember watching Saturday morning cartoons with a bright yellow chair, the goofy cartoon version of it. And also, mind you, we get introduced to all these people, and within the space of the 5 minutes they're introduced, she wipes every single one of them out fucking viciously.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
That's not normal Marvel.
This is definitely like a nod to like horror shit for sure.
The big thing that's going to come from this movie, and I was glad Tim and I were able to talk about it right after it happened, because the Sam Raimi aspect of it plays a massive part.
Huge.
The leaning into the Army of Darkness stuff.
But there's definitely like a pivotal point. Like, it's like 2/3 into the movie, and then fucking Doctor Strange like has to coerce his dead body, right?
Yeah.
To like go back in time I don't even fucking know.
To go back to his universe.
Sure. Then it's like Dementors come out and shit goes wild, and the logistics of dialogue fall off. Like, from that point to me, it's like, it's super goofballs, but I think that's a nod to like 1,000% Army of Darkness.
There's a lot of this movie that my biggest issue was that, like, I couldn't tell, like, when they were fully committing to Marvel's formula is patent proved and tried and true. Like, they know what they do. They put in a good amount of laughs, but also have the stakes very high. This one felt a lot like
it's goofs.
Like, well, but the goofs were like, I felt like the timing of the goofs was a little off-putting because there was times where I couldn't tell if this was trying to be goofy or if this was a bad time to be goofy. I was talking to Tim about this and it was like,
was it after a certain point though, or the whole time?
Almost the whole time.
Okay.
Like, to me, it felt like they went back and forth from goofy, fucky, goofy, fucky, but it not really blended that well together. So there's a lot of lines that are delivered where if they were sticking in that goofy part of it, probably pretty funny. There's times when it feels like it's getting serious and a little bit dark. I'm thinking of Rachel McAdams with the Go Back to Hell. If that was the full goofy part, I think that line's funny.
And also, it looks too good. And a lot of the time, there's times that it doesn't look very good. You're wigging about that spider. It's okay.
It's fine. I'm just making sure he's not falling on me.
There's parts where I don't even remember the scene. I don't even know enough about this movie to fucking like talk about things I'm trying to bring up.
Yeah. Well, what about like?
Well, you know, I brought this up in the car. They're like on a rooftop, and it's like AstroTurf, and they're standing.
Yes.
The back of them looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like it's like New York City.
Yep.
But it's like obvious they're standing on a platform having a discussion. I don't understand. Like, me personally, maybe you did, but I don't understand any of it.
This is when they first jump to the universe in which the Illuminati and like Professor X are there, which is the only other universe we really see them in. You know, the whole thing of this movie, by the way, like we're not going to talk about every single thing, but like America Chavez is a young character,
which I thought her name was Erica.
It does sound like it at first. That's perfectly fair because it took me a few times to be like, oh, they're saying America.
And I also thought maybe that was a character that has already been substantialized. Like, you know who that is?
So we see that she has the power and doesn't know how to control it to jump to different multiverses. Wanda wants it because Wanda wants to get back to her kids because in this reality, she made them up and lost them through WandaVision. Massive part that somebody who doesn't know wouldn't fucking know.
Wanda.
That's Wanda. That's Elizabeth Olsen.
Which I also didn't know.
Yeah. Younger sister to the Olsen
Thought
twins.
she was older.
I
review film.
Like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of like scenes and like transitions that I think are fun with like the visuals I can get behind. I like the magic-y stuff. You didn't really like when you didn't like when they landed, but I really liked the part where they were hopping through
when
really
they
quick
landed
on the New York rooftop in the next.
Yeah, that looked poopy to me.
But to me, when they were jumping through the different ones, I really liked that. Like there was a cartoon one, a dinosaur one. Like
that was fine.
I liked that. So the whole point of this story is that Wanda wants the power of the girl who can open up different multiverses to get there.
Literally, did not know that. I thought we were trying to just protect America, which I thought was like trying to be subtly like we're protecting America,
dude. Yeah,
like I thought this was like a terrorist attack. Like I thought that's what they were trying to do. Like, not so subtly, have the brown girl be America and we're protecting her. Like,
sure.
Protect brown America. I thought that's what we were trying to do. And I was like, this is fucking shitty. This is stupid.
I don't think that's what they were
No,
doing.
I'm glad it's not, because it was dumb. My head went to straight dumb.
Damn.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Didn't get it.
No.
No.
I don't think that was
I'm glad I'm wrong. I am glad I'm wrong.
Huh.
It was like refugee fucking, because she's decked in America gear the whole time. And I'm like, well, if your name's America, you're probably not going to wear America jacket, probably. I wouldn't do that. Maybe. Probably not.
Yeah?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't.
Anyway, we should probably conjure this up.
Yeah. What the final thing I really want to make a point on is that I think Tim having experience with like Sam Raimi and the Army of Darkness stuff lets you get a little bit into the goofy stuff with the zombie and the dying and the killing, but a lot of people aren't going to fucking get that.
No, they're really not.
And even though I knew it was Sam Raimi, I didn't always pick up on that either. And so the tone for me really fucking bounced around a lot of like, is this being goofy? Is this being Sam Raimi goofy? Is this serious, kind of now going to be a little bit scary horror?
It's
killing?
right in the middle, kind of.
Well, I feel like it changes. It wants to be this, then it wants to be that. Then it wants to be this, then it wants to be that. And it never fucking lands for me. I'm not a massive fan
Also kind of like, who am I thinking? Indiana Jones with the, sorry, I feel like I totally just shit all over you.
I was just in the middle of talking.
Sorry.
That's all.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Nope. No, you're not.
Okay, it felt a little Indiana Jones with the doors closing in the water.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're fine. Scenes you liked. Just anything magical that we thought was
I already
fun?
mentioned it, but I liked when Wanda, is that even Wanda?
Mm-hmm.
The lady at home.
Yes.
And she's like feeling that she has like existentialism kind of.
Yeah.
It's like something else is going on.
Yep.
And I like the use of film of it's like it cuts to her and then like evil Wanda, are we calling her that?
Yeah.
It's like back and forth like in the same like pose but in different settings.
Yep.
That's pretty fun to me. When the demons start flying around, it feels very like what I thought the first Harry Potter would be before I saw any of them. Because I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter ever. And I saw them in like 2015, something like that. And I was like, oh, this is what Harry Potter I thought should have been.
Overly hyped up for you.
Oh, dude. The first one is a fairy tale. It's a fucking bunch of cute little kids at a Catholic school.
We read it when we were 9.
No, I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm sorry. You're on a
You're
roll.
fine.
Might be.
You're fine.
Everything I hate, I can't even quantify what I hated because
You don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And
I'm telling you right, I can't even rate this. I can't. Because, like, 0. Don't know. It's good to you because you know, and I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't think that you would need to. It was funny.
I
Because,
had a feeling.
Yeah. Well, I thought, like, yeah, you're going to miss some stuff. I didn't realize it would be that much. And I knew 30 seconds in, oh, fuck, he doesn't. This is not going to be good.
There's fun parts.
I'm sorry for making
cool.
you go.
No. It was fun. It was great.
I do think it's interesting though because you're getting a fresh perspective on someone who hasn't seen any of them, and this is the least Marvel-y thing ever.
This was the one for me. I think we already mentioned that. If I was to watch one, it'd be this one.
And like what he was saying, the scene where she goes in the house, and at one point the picture looks back at her, and that fucking like that shit.
You got wigs,
I do
dude.
not like. I don't like inanimate things becoming animate all of a sudden.
Man, the Spooky Halloween October movie fest for you is gonna be fun.
Can't wait. I'm watching Ichabod Crane the cartoon on repeat. That's it. Anyway, so I'll finish with this. I think if you've been into these movies, you're gonna watch it because you're into these movies. This isn't gonna land for the GA that isn't into Marvel, in my opinion. And honestly, as someone, I need to make it very clear. I have seen all these. I'm not obsessed with the MCU. I've seen most of them once, maybe like the original Avengers movies a couple of times, and those are 10 years fucking old. So this at this point is just like, well, I know the story, so let's get into it. With that said, how about I jump into my
do it
undetermined amount of R's? Is that fair? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, no.
With that said, I can't figure out the tone of this that well. If it would have leaned fully into the fucking horror, weird Wanda's evil,
it is like 3/4 into the movie that it starts to get like pretty, like, oh, are we doing that?
The fact that all the fucked up shit she did is completely reversible takes all the weight away from the previous hour and a half we just fucking watched. A couple of the scenes we should have talked about just a second ago. I do like she kills people, brings them back to life, and tortures them in front of a guy is kind of fun for a second.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. The Ben Wong guy, or the
that's
right.
right.
Brings back and she's like, well, then I'll fucking fuck with them. And he's like, no, don't. I was like, that's a cool take. Kill someone, bring them back to life just to fucking torture them before they're dead again. But it ends up being out that the weight of that is completely lost because none of it mattered because Wanda can do all this reality bending.
And then we go back to like Indonesia and everything is cool.
Yeah. So for me, recommendations, this is really fucking easy. If you're into Marvel, watch it. Whether you like it or not, I don't know.
Boomer scale.
If you've seen 6 Marvel movies, do not watch this. It's not going to be for you. My rating is a real sultry 5.5. The visuals I enjoyed. The Illuminati scene, which was 8 minutes total of the movie, really fucking enjoyed. Everything else, I can't decide enough what it's going to be. Nothing against Sam Raimi. Like, Marvel can't set this. Marvel can do whatever the fuck it wants, but you have this formula that works. You go against the formula, it's going to work for some people, but you either have to decide if this is the formula for the movie or not, because this movie was too different. This movie was half Marvel goofy, kind of funny, and other half was Sam Raimi Army of Darkness .4.
Totally.
So I don't know what they wanted to do. It didn't really land for me. I thought Rachel McAdams, who I didn't talk about a lot in this, was pretty fine.
Always fine.
I thought that the actors and actresses were perfectly fine. I know all these characters, and it just wasn't enough to bring it home for me. If this is the direction Marvel wants to go in, great. I don't really give a shit. But the fun visuals and the fun multiverse aspect is not enough for me to be invested into recommending this. So if you know about Marvel, you're gonna like it. If you don't, then don't. What did I give this? A 5.5?
I think you did, yeah.
5.5. Pretty firm.
Well, Jesus. Like, I feel everything I said I'm going to say is going to be annulled. If you're like me and you don't know anything about anything, it's not for you. I will say the last quarter of the movie is like kind of fun.
Okay.
Even as a guy that doesn't know what's going on, it definitely has like Evil Dead elements. You get Cumbercock like as a dead guy kind of orchestrating what's going to happen to a live Cumbercock.
Right.
And it's weird that he plays the shots. But there's also like rules.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, but
what are the rules?
You can't be. But I'm not even saying rules as a moviegoer. They in the movie are like, you can't conjure the dead guy. And he's like, well, but I already did conjure the dead guy, and the dead guy is doing the stuff I want the dead guy to do as he's doing it. So it's like, but who's referee here? Cheese?
Quick question on that. Is zombie Doctor Strange purely comedy? Or
I think?
A little bit? Right.
I don't know.
That's the problem to me.
I don't know. It looks fine. There's some things that I'm like, I think with the $20 billion fucking budget, right, you could have probably done better. Yeah. I can't give this a rating because you can
rate a movie.
For me,
you can rate a movie.
A 2?
Okay.
I didn't understand any of it. Well, I shouldn't say any of it. There's parts that not knowing anything, I'm like, oh, that's the human condition. Sure. I get why he's pissed. I get why she's mad. I thought her name was Erica, so fucking, I don't know. I can't give it a true rating. Would I see it again? Maybe after watching 46 hours of Marvel shit. Sure, but I can't give you an honest. I'll tell you what I will do for you. If you've seen nothing and your mom or your brother or your uncle or your sister is like, hey, you want to go see Doctor Strange? Which I didn't even know was 2. I thought this was the fucking first one. I'd say respectfully, no. I wouldn't like to go see that with you. Yeah. And I will watch Top Gear and eat popcorn on the couch.
It's fair.
But if you could do it for $5 and you're trying to just drink and take the long way around the audience to go pee, not bad.
And this is the flick for you.
Not bad. You want to do something else?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
A little.
It's time for quiz. It's time for Doctor Strange. It's a multiverse movie, and Tim doesn't know and see it.
This is gonna be fucking atrocious.
You go ahead and go first.
Oh, guys, if this episode wasn't funny for you at all, pretty silly. Even reading this to myself now, I wouldn't get these right. So, hopefully, these land for you. Chester Cheese.
Yo.
Oh, God. Don't ask for hints, because I can't give them to you.
Okay, you got it. You got that.
At the wedding, what did Dr. West say he loses?
Dr. West?
Yeah. I think that's his name.
His like wife or his loved ones or something?
No.
No. His life?
One of his loved ones, I think.
Oh.
I don't even know who Dr. West is. I could have got his name wrong.
Who did he lose?
Both his cats and his brother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good question.
I'm not even gonna boo you on that one because I don't even know if I'm right. Okay. What does Rachel McAdams What does Rachel McAdams drink at the wedding?
Oh, is it red wine?
It is red wine, Chester Rico. Really good work. How does Doctor Strange cut the bus in half at the fight scene after the octopus?
How does he cut it in half?
Yeah.
With his wizard sphere thing, the little circle. He throws it at it, kind of.
I'll give it to you. It's a magic buzzsaw. This is dumb. What is the one-eyed monster?
It is a demon?
No, I already said it twice, and you already know what it is.
Oh, like what? Like it's a squid? Or what do you, maybe I don't understand that.
It's an octopus. You got it.
I didn't really.
Oh,
This feels real.
oh, this one's hilarious to me. I think I was pretty over it when I wrote this one. Was the opening scene a dream?
No.
What's the design on Erica's jacket?
The American flag?
Yep. How many is that?
I think that was 4 out of 5.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let's just for fun. I have
Sure.
two. I have 2 more. Actually, this one might be tough, and
Okay.
it might mean something to you. What does the book of the Damned do?
Gives you the dark hold. Well, it does a shit ton of shit. You can dream walk with it.
I said corrupts everyone and everything it touches.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, this is kind of
All right.
this is kind of a fun one. What is the first rule of multiverse travel?
I think I'm gonna be wrong. It's like it's either eat something or eat something.
You don't know anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for fun.
Okay.
We're calling her Erica. How many universes has Erica been to?
27.
73, including this one.
Nice. It's a good one.
All right, Poppy. Lay it on me.
I don't have like. Okay. What is the book they need to find to defeat Wanda?
Oh. Ashanti.
Really close. I'll probably give that to you. Yeah. Say it again.
Ashanti?
Vishanti. You get it.
It's a Vashanti?
V-I-
I always thought of the rapper girl the whole time. I thought of like hips.
You get that.
It's Vashanti?
Yeah, but you're close enough. I mean, I was surprised you got
that's a
Ashanti.
gimme. That's a gimme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard the whole time. Really? That was a hard V?
Yes.
Vashanti?
Yep.
You're over it. Yeah, sure was.
After the multiverse jump, what city do they land in?
Austin.
You know this. Come on.
New York?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the name of the council that decides the fate of Doctor Strange?
The Illuminati?
Yes.
All right.
What is the name of the mountain they have to go to for Wanda to find the Book of the Damned? Or the writing of it, I suppose.
Is it a real mountain?
No. Got a really dumb name.
Can I get that? Or it's not real? Hold on.
Not real. Kind of sounds like her name with another word at the end of it.
Akanti.
It's like Avondacor or some shit. Maybe this is bad trivia. Sorry, man.
No, you've catered some of these to me pretty all right.
Who killed Doctor Strange in the 838 universe? That's the one with the poster or the statue of him.
Oh, that's Ben Webbins.
Who?
Ben Webbins?
Who killed Doctor Strange?
I don't know. I'm just saying a word.
You do know.
I do?
Yes. Who killed Doctor Strange?
There's like 8 of them. I don't fucking know. Hint? Oh, Thanos.
Bang, bang, bang! And for the win for Tim.
No.
Yeah. For the win for Tim.
Wasn't there some bullshit where Doctor Strange like helped defeat Thanos and everyone was pissed? Or opposite ways? He helped him.
But the universe where there was the statue of him, he died for Thanos.
So many things.
But you got it right. So good job.
All right.
What are the names of Wanda's kids?
Dylan and Craig.
What? Tommy and Billy.
All right. Well.
All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry for the lackluster trip.
Holy shit! I thought those were pretty curated to me. Not too shabs. Hi, honey.
Okay, movie Muffs.
If you want to follow us on Instagram at Approve for Audiences, if you want to check us out on Twitter at Approve for All, if you got any pictures or dick pics you want to send to Approve for Audiences pod at gmail.com, you go ahead and do it. You got anything else from Cheese?
Nope. Just, hey, no more Marvel movies. Was your dad abusive? Then tune in. All right, we love you guys.
See you